You know what they say? No risk it.
No biscuit.
Which leads us to our number 26 quarterback here, who no longer is in that system and has been showing some positive improvement.
Yes, he has. I mean, again, Jameis Winston. Say what you want. I mean, he certainly deserves to be around this area as one of the best quarterbacks in all of the world.
26.
Number 26.
He was
Jameis
25
Winston.
last year, so you had him right here.
Right here, right?
He's coming off that injury, but you got him right back to where he was.
Yeah, it makes me feel good in a lot of ways for him. The fact that, hey, he tackled some demons last year. That wasn't easy. There was a ton of pressure on Jameis Winston last year. Ton. Take over for Drew Brees. Oh, shit, am I ever going to be a starter again if I don't play well? Oh, man, Sean Payton's, watching over my shoulder, and I better not throw a damn interception or be careless or reckless or do some of that risk-it-biscuit shit I used to do in Tampa, or I'm going to be on the bench. That's not easy to play like that. To go and then Taysom Hill be there, where they go, well, I know the coach kind of likes him, and they win games when he comes and plays. So that was not easy. Now, was he perfect? No. But, still did a lot of good things. 14 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. The one thing I'll say about Jameis Winston is this, and it kind of pops to me every year. He's amazing in the pocket. He really is. His athletic ability is always better than I remember it being when I turn on, whether it's running or even just the movement in the pocket. He is a big-time thrower of the football between 10 and 20 yards. Man, does he hit a lot of great 15, 16, 18-yard throws. Do I wish he was a little more accurate and had a quicker release on some of the short game, quick stuff, precision stuff? Certainly. But, I think one thing he showed us last year is he can get some of that disease, risk-it-biscuit stuff out of him. He was smarter. He took sacks at the right time. He threw the ball away. He did not do any of the famous Jameis Winston stuff we had seen that we've made fun of him for. And that shows that there was some growth, and he's coachable that way. And he can play a different style of football. So I think between that, that's why I make him number 26 on this list.
Yeah, his numbers from 2019 versus what he did last year are completely different. 2019, of course, is that 30 interception year, which was his worst. It's not like he was doing that every year in Tampa. Like the 30 interceptions was an anomaly for him. It's not like he's throwing that many every year. He did have a few, but yes, not 30. Last year, yeah, as you mentioned, 14 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. I looked it up too. That's his best touchdown percentage, touchdown passes per passes thrown of his career, and his best interception percentage of his career. So in a lot of ways, before he got hurt, he was off to a career year. You think Sean Payton, and now he's gone there, but do you think they've unlocked something that will be long lasting for him, or how do you think? Do you think he needed Sean Payton there?
No, I think that it was great that he was there, and I think that was probably just the presence he needed to kind of have that pressure and change. Right now, he can go, wait, I know how to play that way a little. It's still the same staff, but I think it'll be less pressure a little bit without Sean Payton breathing down his neck. Sean Payton's an intimidating force. There's no doubt. He's got a way about him that's, it's got like that Parcells, Belichick. He just stares at you, and he's like, oh, he's looking through my soul here. He knows what I'm thinking when I made that dumb decision. How dare he? So I think, I think it could be actually a positive in some ways. Yeah. That he's not there, he doesn't feel the pressure, but also can go, wait, I know how to play the Saints way. It's still the same offense, and like I said, there's some things he needs to improve on, certainly. But, again, as we've stated in years past, some of his high-end stuff is high-end. That's where, some of the plays and throws he makes, you go, damn, that's top 15 quarterback territory, those throws. And then the fact that the problem was we used to see a lot of top 10, top 15-ish plays, and we'd go, yeah, but this is bottom 40 and 50 type plays in the same game later on. So that's what scares you. And I think last year he got that out of his system. So we'll see where it grows from there. And again, to that, let's make sure we know this.
Yeah.
There wasn't great talent around him at receiver last year. There's nothing. There's no tight end. Alvin Kamara was kind of in and out of the lineup early in the year in the parts there. No receiver, so it wasn't like it was just set up for him to just throw for 5,000 yards and set the world on fire.
Right.
I thought he did a lot of good things. The injury, I hope he can come back from. I don't think he's going to have a huge issue from it. And again, his game is not running and scrambling. It's moving in the pocket and just making big, like I said, 15, 20-yard throws is where he's special. Got to get better in the shorter, quicker game, though.
That's where you see the area of improvement.
For that
necessary.
offense, they're so good at getting people open on 6- and 8-yard throws, and he's got a little bit of that. You've seen Jam. Can you picture that motion where he kind of winds up, right? Like almost two hands.
Yeah.
Whirly birds it. He's got a small hand. The way he grips the football, he grips kind of the fatter part of the ball to where he can't just manipulate it with his hand that way.
Right.
Maybe like some of the other quarterbacks can.
That ACL tear week 7, that was a huge bummer. But he was asked recently on NFL Network, talking to Steve Mariucci, he said, "Coach, if you need me to strap it up right now, I'd be able to go." So he's feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
Feeling healthy, so hopefully he can start maybe week 1.
I hope so. I would think he would. I think he would start week 1. Again, not that I'm a doctor, but you and I mean, we follow enough sports where we just go, but that injury happened, what, week 8?
Week 7.
Week 7, so... Yeah, that's a lot of time. I would think for a quarterback that he'll be ready to go for sure for training camp and be ready for week 1.
And we do want to make sure to specify that we are not doctors, right? Because if anyone was out there being like, "Oh, Chris is a doctor," I think.
Yeah,
we're not.
Whoa.
We're not doctors.
Definitely not.
Don't take what we say medically as sound advice.
Yes.
Energy drinks are fine. That's what I think.
Yeah.
So Chris would disagree with me.
I'm a doctor, and I say they're not.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.